Hello there, folks. Dave Cubby here. I just really wanted to wish everyone a happy Memorial Day. You know, obviously, this is a weekend where we all take advantage of the extra day we get off from work. We like to enjoy that with our barbecues and gathering with friends and loved ones and stuff like that, and that's all very important. Please, though, take the time and remember the purpose of the day, which is basically to memorialize those who fought and died to give us these rights, to give us these opportunities, these wonderful 3-day weekends with friends and families and loved ones. So if you can take your time, make sure you go down to the parades. Show your respects for the fallen, for those who gave everything for our futures, and enjoy your barbecues. That's important too. There's nothing more that those guys would have wanted than for you guys to be able to do that. It's a big piece of why they make that sacrifice. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, and we can never forget that. But moving on, I'd like to congratulate Mike Jackson on his re-election to the First Ward Council position in the city of Paterson. As he knows, as everyone knows, it was a very narrow victory. There was not much voter support in the entire city in all the wards, not just the first ward. And it goes without saying that this is a make or break term for Mike Jackson. We're hoping that we can get some headway here. We can make gain some traction and get some things done. Not that it's his fault. He's up against the odds there. He's one of the only people on the city council that's not just kowtowing to Andre Saya and the political machine. And he's been a very valuable piece of the resistance against what is basically an all-out attempt by Passaic County Democrats to monopolize the democratic process, to control government funding in the city, and basically to make themselves rich. We can never thank Mike Jackson enough for that, but it goes without saying that this term, on such a narrow margin of victory, the clock's running out, buddy. Mike's stood tall against a lot of corrupt things, against a lot of injustices, but the fact of the matter remains that he's losing the war of attrition. Fania Santana, the candidate backed by the Saya machine, came within 40 votes of taking him down. If nothing else, man, here's the wake-up bell. Let's get to it. It's time to really get out there, and it can't just be about voting no on his corrupt policies. We have to get a strategy together that'll take these people down. It's not the will of the people that's being served. The poor voter turnout all over the city shows that. People are more apathetic than anything else. People were more willing to sell out just to be able to live, and that's a real shame. That's not a situation in which our republic can survive. So maybe the time is right now to team up with Dave Gilmore, one of the other strong leaders in the city who has been standing up to these kind of things, who is paying a heavy price, just simply because of the retaliation and the attempts against his livelihood and the attempts against his character. Mr. Gilmore's got a good way forward. He's stood for a number of years on things like code enforcement and things that are very important to the quality of life in Paterson. And there's got to be a concerted effort here. I'm in with you guys. Anytime you guys want to jump in, we can do a little discussion. We can put it all together. We can try to figure out a way to find common ground to basically put a stop to this madness. It's our time. We don't have any more. If we don't take this opportunity now while we have it, we risk losing even more ground to the machine, which really just wants to stomp out all private involvement in the government process, all private enterprise, simply to make themselves kings over us. And it's time that, we all get together. It can't just be about naysaying. It can't just be about pointing out everything that's corrupt about Andre Saya, because, anyone can do that. We can spend hours, we can spend weeks, we can spend months just listing all the ways that Andre Say has betrayed Paterson, betrayed Passaic County, and the United States as a whole. Quick update on my own situation. The New Jersey Supreme Court has, like the lower courts in New Jersey, are refusing to follow court rules, and they are refusing to respect the rule of law. An order has been signed that purports to disbar me from the state of New Jersey, but as everyone knows, and as it's important to remember, a void order has no effect. If they're going around the law, if they're violating the law, if they're refusing to follow any kind of due process, it's just a piece of paper. Stuart Rabner and his associate justices, as in they have in previous situations, are refusing to even sign their names to the orders that they're entering, refusing to write legal opinions and actually explaining their position or why they're doing things, which makes this nothing more than a fiat. If we wanted to follow fiats, I suppose we could have remained subjects of England. We didn't. We believe in a Republican system. We believe in an independent judiciary that's actually following the law. Now, an independent judiciary doesn't mean Stuart Rabner just gets to go out and disbar people because he disagrees with them. Very much the opposite. They can't be doing this stuff. This is a slap in the face of all voters. This is an attempt to make sure that you cannot have an advocate appear in court for you. It's a silencing of people that would speak against them. It's an intimidation factor. And, you know, for the average person, it's a signal and a demand that they give up. They give up vindicating their rights. They give up pursuing life, liberty, and happiness. And we can't have this. This is the highest court in our state. And the fact of the matter is that they are trying to basically make your lawyers do their bidding. That's not how it works. If it is how it works, perhaps, you know, we should do away with legal fees, because there's no way anyone should have to pay to have a lawyer go to court and just kowtow to a judge that doesn't respect the law, doesn't know how it operates, and is really just in it for themselves. So coming up, you know, I'll be moving forward. I will be petitioning the U.S. Supreme Court for certiorari, trying to get them to review the case. I mean, they're almost compelled to do it. Of course, all writs of certiorari before the Supreme Court are a matter of judicial discretion, meaning that they have the option to pick up the case or not. If they don't pick up the case, it doesn't mean I'm wrong. It's meaning they're just refusing to address the issue, which, you know, sounds cowardly, but it's a kind of situation where those judges have to be independent and they have to make those decisions. And it's not necessarily that that's the case. I mean, they could just be listening to their clerks who are corrupt. They could be listening to other corrupt politicians just to ignore the issue. Or they could have some secret agenda we don't know about. One way or another, we'll find out. We're going to try to get that in there. This is a very important topic here. It's not just about myself. Obviously, I am self-interested in this situation, but at the end of the day, if this is how your lawyers are going to be treated, if they're going to get false sanctions, if they're going to get basically a kangaroo court and inquisitions that are just trying to take away their license simply for disagreeing with the government, well, I mean, we cannot survive like this. We will no longer be a republic. We won't even be a democracy. We're going to be a complete anarchic state with absolutely no way for the people that support all of these six-figure politicians. Why would we be doing this? They're just living off us at this point. We have no say. They're allowed to do whatever they want. If, you know, people don't want to stand up, this is what we're going to end up with. But I'm confident that more people will get involved in this. More people get involved with it every day. The support that I get from people has been overwhelming. I really appreciate those who have really, you know, applauded me for basically ruining my life to try to get some justice for the American people. I mean, if you look behind me here, I'm not exactly living in the lap of luxury. I'm in probably a 400 square foot apartment in South Dakota, crammed into here with everything and a cat. But, you know, I'm making do. It's not too much of an overwhelming problem. I'll keep fighting as long as I can. But, you know, I hope that you'll consider reaching out. You'll share our posts. You will follow us on social media, including, you know, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Hopefully we got some information here on the screen. It's showing up on my screen. Hopefully it'll show up on yours. But please, get involved before it's too late. We are basically seeing a lot of our rights being stripped away by situations like this, and it's time that we put up a fight or go quietly into the night. I know what I'm choosing. I hope you'll be there with me. But thank you again. Please enjoy your Memorial Day. Remember those that fought to give us what we have today, and, you know, go out there and enjoy yourselves for them. It's what they would have wanted, and, you know, it's what Americans do. So thank you very much. Have a good day.